Hello, dear readers and fellow fans of gripping soap operas. Today, we dive deep into the swirling vortex of family secrets, hidden identities, and emotional reckonings that define the latest twists in Beyond the Gates. This beloved series, known for its labyrinthine plots and heart-wrenching revelations, has once again captivated audiences with a storyline that tugs at the very fabric of kinship and destiny. At the center of this storm stands Junia, a woman shrouded in mystery, whose past is as tangled as the overgrown vines on the gates of the show's iconic estate. The burning question on everyone's lips: will June finally unveil the long-buried clue about the biological father of Samantha Tyrell? In this expansive exploration, we'll dissect the layers of this narrative, drawing you into the dramatic depths of betrayal, love, and redemption. Buckle up, because we're not just skimming the surface. We're plunging into the abyss to uncover what might unfold next in this riveting saga. To truly appreciate the gravity of this potential revelation, we must first rewind the clock and revisit the foundational elements of this family drama. Beyond the Gates has always been a masterclass in slow-burning suspense, where every glance, every whispered conversation, and every shadowed corridor hints at deeper truths waiting to erupt. The show, set against the backdrop of a sprawling, Gothic mansion in the fictional town of Evergreen Hollow, follows the intertwined lives of the affluent Harrington family and their extended circle. But it's the subplot involving June, Samantha, and Tyrell that has evolved into one of the most compelling arcs in recent seasons. June Harrington, portrayed with haunting intensity by veteran actress Elena Vasquez, is no stranger to the audience. Introduced in the early episodes as an enigmatic housekeeper with a knowing smile and eyes that seem to hold centuries of secrets, June has gradually peeled back her layers to reveal a woman scarred by life's cruelties. Her backstory is a tapestry of loss and resilience. Abandoned by her own family in her youth, she clawed her way through poverty, only to find solace in later heartbreak and forbidden love. It's this past that ties her inexorably to Samantha and Tyrell, the two young protagonists who have grown up believing their world was built on solid ground, only to discover it's riddled with fault lines. Samantha, the fiery and independent daughter figure, played by rising star Mia Rodriguez, embodies the spirit of youthful rebellion tempered by vulnerability. Adopted at a tender age by Martin Harrington, the stern patriarch of the family estate, and his loyal partner Smitty, a character brought to life with gruff charm by actor Jack Thornton, Samantha has always felt like an outsider in the opulent halls of the mansion. Her adoptive fathers, Martin and Smitty, represent the epitome of sacrificial love. Martin, a successful businessman with a no-nonsense demeanor, poured his resources into giving Samantha and her brother Tyrell a life of privilege, shielding them from the harsh realities of their origins. Smitty, the more nurturing of the duo, provided the emotional anchor, teaching them values of loyalty and perseverance through quiet acts of kindness. Together, they formed a makeshift family, one that hid the explosive truth: Samantha and Tyrell were not their biological children. The revelation that June is, in fact, their biological mother dropped like a bombshell in the mid-season finale of last year. It was a moment etched in television history. Standing in the dimly lit library, her hands trembling as she clutched an old locket containing faded photographs of infant twins. The camera lingered on her tear-streaked face as she confessed to Martin and Smitty, who had known all along but sworn to secrecy to protect the children from June's tumultuous past. Why the deception? The adoptive fathers believed June's life marred by instability, a brief stint in a reformatory, and associations with unsavory figures best a threat to the siblings' well-being. They had orchestrated the adoption under the guise of charity, ensuring June could watch over her children from afar as the household staff. This hidden truth festered like an untreated wound, leading to the current crescendo of drama. Now, fast forward to the present episodes, where the air in Evergreen Hollow thickens with anticipation. Samantha, ever the intuitive soul, has begun to sense the invisible threads connecting her to June. It's not just a passing fancy, it's a profound, almost primal pull. In one particularly poignant scene from episode 12 of the current season, Samantha wanders the mansion's gardens at dusk, the setting sun casting long shadows that mirror her inner turmoil. She's grappling with the complexities of young adulthood, academic pressures at the local university, budding friendships, and, most pressingly, a romantic entanglement that's threatening to upend her world. Enter the boy in question, Ethan Blackwell, a charismatic newcomer to town with a mysterious aura of his own. Ethan, portrayed by heartthrob Liam Hartley, arrives in Evergreen Hollow under suspicious circumstances, claiming to be a distant relative of a rival family. His charm is undeniable: tousled dark hair, piercing blue eyes, and a smile that could melt steel. But beneath the surface lurks danger. Ethan's affections for Samantha have driven a wedge between her and her family, sparking arguments that echo through the mansion's halls. Martin, ever the protector, warns her of Ethan's questionable motives, from her swirl of his involvement in shady dealings, perhaps even linked to the town's underground crime syndicate. Smitty, with his gentle wisdom, tries to appeal to her heart, reminding her of the stability they've built together. It's in this vortex of confusion that Samantha turns to June. The decision isn't impulsive. It's born from a series of subtle interactions that have built over episodes. Remember that fleeting moment in episode 8, where June brushes Samantha's hair aside during a kitchen mishap, and their eyes lock in unspoken recognition? Or the time June shared a childhood anecdote that eerily mirrored Samantha's own dreams? These breadcrumbs have led Samantha to June's modest quarters in the servants' wing, a room cluttered with mementos of a life half-lived, yellowed letters, a worn diary, and that fateful locket. The advice scene is a tour de force of dramatic tension. Samantha knocks tentatively on June's door, her heart pounding like a war drum. June, sensing the gravity, invites her in with a warm yet wary embrace. The room is bathed in the soft glow of a single lamp, shadows dancing on the walls like ghosts of the past. Samantha pours out her soul, the allure of Ethan, the suffocating expectations from Martin and Smitty, the nagging void in her identity. June listens intently, her face a mask of control emotion. Then, with the gravitas of an oracle delivering prophecy, she imparts her wisdom. "Child," June begins, her voice a husky whisper laced with years of regret, "love can be a beautiful storm, but it can also drown you if you're not careful. That boyfriend has like a mirage in the desert. He promises oasis, but he might lead you to ruin. Think of Martin and Smitty. They've given everything for you and Tyrell. Martin sold his prized collection of antique cars to fund your education. Smitty stayed up nights nursing you through fevers, whispering stories of hope when the world seemed dark. They've built walls around you not to imprison, but to protect. Don't let a fleeting passion tear down what they've sacrificed so much to create." Samantha's eyes well with tears, the weight of June's words sinking in like anchors. But beneath the advice lies a deeper current than spoken bond of blood. June's straightforwardness isn't just maternal instinct. It's laced with the guilt of abandonment. She knows the pain of lost love, having once been entangled in a passionate affair that resulted in Samantha and Tyrell's conception. Yet, she stops short of revealing the full truth, her lips sealing the secret like a vault. This brings us to the heart of the speculation. Will Samantha's curiosity finally ignite into action? Will she press June for the ultimate revelation, the identity of their biological father? The clues are tantalizing. In recent episodes, Samantha has been poring over old family albums, noticing discrepancies in timelines. Tyrell, her more reserved brother played with brooding depth by actor Kai Nakamura, has begun to exhibit similar doubts. Tyrell, who has always been the quieter sibling, focused on his budding career in music, senses the shifting sands. A subtle hint dropped in episode 15, Tyrell overhearing a cryptic phone call between Martin and an unknown Calusagist. He's on the verge of his own quest for truth. Imagine the scene, a stormy night, thunder rumbling like the gods' disapproval. Samantha confronts June in the mansion's attic, surrounded by dusty trunks filled with relics of the past. "Who is he, June? Our father, woe is the man who left this void in us." Samantha's voice cracks, a mix of anger and desperation. June, cornered, her facade crumbling, might finally crack. But what if the father is someone closer than they think? Fan theories abound. Could it be the reclusive neighbor, Dr. Elias Thorne, whose infrequent visits to the estate always coincide with June's melancholic moods? Or perhaps Victor Lang, the Harrington family's longtime rival, whose grudge against Martin stems from a shared romantic history with June? The drama escalates when we consider Tyrell's involvement, and like Samantha's emotional approach, Tyrell might take a more investigative route, perhaps enlisting the help of a private detective or hacking into old records, a subplot that could introduce thrilling cyber elements to the show. The siblings uniting in their search could lead to a powerful alliance, forcing June to confront her demons. But revelation comes at a cost. Unveiling the father's identity could shatter the fragile peace Martin and Smitty have maintained. What if the father is a figure of notoriety or criminal on the run? Or worse, someone deceased whose legacy brings scandal? Let's expand on the emotional ramifications. For Samantha, learning about her father could redefine her self-worth. She's always felt incomplete, like a puzzle missing pieces. Ethan's influence exacerbates this. He preys on her insecurities, whispering promises of a life unbound by family ties. June's advice serves as a lifeline, pulling her back from the brink. But if June reveals the father, it might empower Samantha to break free or bind her tighter to the past. Tyrell, on the other hand, internalizes his pain. His music, haunting melodies composed on the grand piano in the drawing room, often reflects themes of abandonment. A revelation could inspire a breakthrough in his art, or plunge him into despair. And June, the biological mother, carries the heaviest burden. Her decision to hide the truth was born from love, but sustained by fear. Revealing the father might absolve her, allowing reconciliation, or expose her to judgment. The show's creators have masterfully built this tension, using visual motifs like locked gates, shattered mirrors, and recurring dreams to symbolize entrapment and fragmentation. Cinematography plays a key role. Close-ups on trembling hands, lingering shots of tear-filled eyes, and sweeping panoramas of the stormy estate heighten the drama. The soundtrack, with its swelling strings and ominous percussion, underscores every pivotal moment. As we speculate on future episodes, consider the broader implications for Beyond the Gates. This storyline isn't just about one family. It mirrors universal themes of identity, forgiveness, and the blurred lines between protection and deception. Will June's revelation heal wounds or open new ones? Could it lead to a custody battle, a wedding disruption, or even a murder mystery if the father's identity ties into the show's ongoing intrigue with the town's dark underbelly? Fans have taken to social media, theorizing wildly. One popular thread suggests the father is none other than the show's anti-hero, Reginald Voss, whose disappearance years ago coincides with June's pregnancy. Another posits a twin twist. Perhaps the father had his own secrets, leading to more siblings. The anticipation is palpable. Viewership spikes with each cliffhanger. In conclusion, the saga of June, Samantha, and Tyrell in Beyond the Gates is a testament to the enduring power of soap opera storytelling. As we await the next episodes, one thing is certain: the gates are creaking open, and the truths beyond them promise to be as explosive as they are transformative. Will Samantha's curiosity prevail? Will June's walls finally crumble? Only time and the scriptwriters will tell. Stay tuned, dear readers, for the drama is far from over.